to go through every single setting with you right now. I don't know how many you want to do that. So just kind of looking at some of these
has to be their way back into the game.
desktop and dock. So this is something that we're actually going to change here. So you notice that right now we have our dock at the very bottom of the screen. I personally don't like it to always be up like that. So I like to select this option that says automatically hide and show the dock. Notice that when I do that, it's now hidden on the screen, but if I mouse over it, it pops up. So that's my preference. I'm going to turn it back on for just a second because I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a few other settings here. So notice we could change the size of the dock. So if you get a lot of applications on it, I'll show you how you can add applications. You might want to make it smaller so you can fit more applications. But you can also specify magnification. So if I mouse over it right now, notice that nothing changes. But if I turn magnification on and I mouse over it, see that it kind of zooms in a little bit. So that's up to you as well. Again, I'm going to make it so that the dock automatically hides. You'll notice that there are some other options in here as well. This is where you could change, if you scroll down a little bit, your default web browser. So if you wanted to switch it to Google Chrome, you could do that. I do have it installed on this computer. You won't have that in there yet. I just haven't used it on this user account. So there's some things in there. You can customize your displays here. So this is where you can change your resolution. I'll give you a little bit of a tip here. If you right-click on one of these little squares, you can select this option that says Show List. And it will give you a list of resolutions. I really wish Apple would just make this default.
Poi Zodia within the screen.
Make it look a little prettier. So
within the screen, with it down.
Options, but here you can actually see the resolution. So you can,
Don't let me do it.
but I think that's how.
Put it down here, I won't.
Advanced Mac users don't even know about that. So that should help you getting started. And this is where you can also adjust your brightness, color,
Mavi, niente.
as well. So you can select one of these.
No, I want to win here.
That they have. But what you could do is you could go down here to the Add Folder button. And you could add a folder to some photos.
Oh, I spero.
I don't have anything on this user account yet. You can also do it just by right-clicking on the person to change the desktop and change it. You do it that way. You can manage your screensaver, energy saver, other things in here. Obviously, your keyboard and mouse options. That might be important. Oh, there's one thing with the mouse that kind of annoys me. It might annoy you, and I do want to mention this. As you'll notice that right now, I'm trying to scroll up. At least the way I do it, I'm pushing up on my mouse. But it's opposite in Mac, so I have to scroll down for the up. So to change that, we can go to this natural scrolling option, and we can turn it off. And to me, that is how I scroll naturally. So that might, if you're coming from Windows, I think that might probably, because I'm not sure what the default is on Windows, but that's how you can change that. Okay, so again, system settings, we've modified a few things in here, but obviously you can look through more of that on your own. Now what I want to talk about is Finder. I've kind of been putting it off a little bit. I wanted you to get comfortable here in Mac and see how things look a little bit. But now it's time. Let's learn about Finder. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go down here to the toolbar.
2 minutes to be added on at the end.
And I'm going to click on Finder.
Can they take advantage?
You'll notice that when I do that, the window pops up. Again, it's kind of like using Windows Explorer, where you're just kind of looking through your computer. And you notice right here it says Recent. So if I use any recent documents, they'd be listed in here. But I also have access to some other areas on the left, so I can access the applications. You'll notice that I do have quite a few things here.
And it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
You're absolutely
right. Their attacking play
was But then I'm also going to change my views. Up here at the top, we have view options. I believe the default is icon view. Where it looks like this, which for applications, I actually kind of like that view. See the little icons, and you can choose what you'd like. So obviously you can look through your applications now on your own, and maybe open some up and see what they do. There's a ton of cool applications here on Mac. But talking about the view, so the second view is the list view, which is the first hand. And that's what I'm looking at. There's have files within there, maybe even files within them. You're not going to see very well. Call this hierarchy view, and I'm going to go to the utilities folder. So if you look at our folder in here, utilities, you'll notice now we see everything within the utilities folder. And if there was another folder in this folder, we could click, and then we would see everything within that folder over here. And this is actually a very Mac view. I think it's one of their original views, and it is very useful. I do use it quite a bit, so that is something that you might want to think about. And then the fourth view is gallery view. This is just videos. You can just kind of use your arrow keys on your keyboard and you can arrow all of these different, right now, applications, but they would be whatever files we're looking at. Say if I'm looking at files on your computer, if you're looking at especially an image, if you just click on an image or an application, so you just click on this chess app, and then you just hit the space bar, no other key, just space bar. If it's an image or a video, it'll actually pop up as a preview, and the video will actually play. You'll notice that for an application, it gives us information about that application, what version it is, how large it is, when it was last modified. You can share it from here, you can open it from here. But again, this works really nice with images because you can just kind of see the preview and just go on the thumbnail to know exactly which image you're looking at. Hey, what's up guys, it's here, and welcome back to Quarantine Content, just a little entertainment for you while we're all staying inside. I'm your host, Marquez Brownlee, and this is a new product. Yeah, that's a new Apple product. This is a wild time to be alive, and also a wild time to release a new product. There's no events, and there's no stores, no lines, just none of the typical Apple hype. There's even any stores really, but if you go to apple.com right now, at the top it says, hey, Clear 3-in-1 shampoo, body wash, and moisturizer in one bottle. This is the same levels of the first sandwich soybean. Right underneath it says, hey, check out our new stuff we just looked at. So there's a bunch of stuff that's new, but there are two main things. You probably saw me tweeting about them. That is the new iPad Pro and the new MacBook Air. So feel free to leave a thumbs up on this video if you want me to cover both of those things in a PhD style. But for now, we have here
Hey, dale Marlene.
refresh 2020 MacBook Air. So the Air is Apple's most popular laptop. Most popular Mac, really, and it has been for a while. This change is just a nice little refresh. It's a little update to bring up to speed with 2020. You remember the changes from 16-inch MacBook Pro a couple months ago that made it so great? That's stuff that I was asking them to also bring down to a 13-inch MacBook Pro. Well, they brought some of that down to the MacBook Air here first. So to start, the new Magic Keyboard. This was the big change we were all waiting for. Getting rid of the butterfly switches and moving back to scissor switches, which are more reliable, have more travel, feel better to type on. They're just straight up better in every way. It's still backward, it's still the same size and everything, but now it's just miles better to type on. Matter of fact, I've been using that 16-inch MacBook Pro a lot over the past few weeks because of the new keyboard and it's excellent. So I guess just generally good to see Apple basically silently admitting fault by slowly removing butterfly switches from the rest of their lineup. And this keyboard also has a separate escape key, no touch bar on MacBook Air, of course. And then the Touch ID fingerprint reader is separated off in the corner and still works really quickly to unlock and wake up and sleep. And the inverted T arrow keys are also back. Everybody's favorite. The specs also got an update now to Intel's 10th gen chips and Iris Plus graphics. It's a good performance boost. The MacBook Air has never been a powerhouse, and it still isn't, but it also never really has needed to be. So this is a good update to catch up to speed. You can get a quad-core chip in the MacBook Air now for the first time, and the Iris Plus graphics are saying they can deliver up to 80% faster graphics performance in graphics applications. This isn't a review. I've only had this thing for a couple hours, so I can only really just rely on benchmarks for now. But yeah, the numbers say good things. And yes, that means we'll also now support Pro Display XDR. Now, I don't know how many people set up include a MacBook Air and a Pro Display XDR, but hey,
It
That's
looks a
you.
certain goal.
And I recovered. They also went ahead and doubled the base storage
Joao
to
Felix.
256 gigs now, and you can go up to 2
Wonderfully
terabytes for the
weighted
first time on
pass.
MacBook Air, which is nice.
Come
And
on.
you can also do 8 or
Frantic
16
action
gigs
from
of
one
RAM.
end to the
That's
other.
it.
They weren't
Right on
ahead
par
for
with
long,
the
and this
Samsung
match
Galaxy
is level
S20
again.
Ultra. That's a weird comparison. But they're also
Well,
now still
another
saying you get
equaliser.
all-day
What a
battery life. They say
topsy-turvy
11
game
hours
this has
battery
been.
life by their tests. Now, of course, like I said, I haven't had this long enough to
Whipping
really test
away
that, but that's a
patiently,
good sign that
looking
the
for
thing
an
hasn't
opening.
changed too much. It still should get pretty good battery life. And that is pretty
CA.
much the meat of it. Like, they really haven't changed what you think about it
Now here's
that
finding
much.
the
About the
Elizabeth
MacBook Air,
City.
it's still a super thin
Can he
laptop,
take the chance?
lightweight machine, we
Well,
all
the
know.
keeper had
It's
a
still the
lot
same
to do.
sort of situation.
Wonderful
But what they
chance.
have changed is the stuff that's at the real core of
Lost that
it,
bug.
literally, which is the specs and the keyboard. But it's not a MacBook Pro, after all. So there are some things that they didn't change to this laptop. So the big one is there's no screen upgrade on this MacBook Air. It's the same size, 13-inch, 2560 by 1600 screen, and the bezels are all still here. It's a pretty nice screen, but it's not the best screen possible. No Wi-Fi 6, and still a pretty garbage quality 720p, not even 1080 webcam. This is what that looks like. It's still kind of impressive how bad the webcams still look in these MacBooks. And the microphone, it is improved. I think it sounds pretty good. There's a pretty low signal noise ratio. It's not exactly up to the quality of the 16-inch MacBook Pro, which you might even want to record a podcast on, but decent for a
3-2 it
pretty
is. Who
nice
would have predicted that
MacBook
before a
Pro.
ball was
Just
kicked?
it's still gonna look like this. Like this, we can hear it now. This is what studio quality
Well,
microphone
mistimed
sounds
the
like.
run,
Just
sadly.
super great.
That's offside.
Anyway, there's better speakers in this laptop too. There's more bass and about 25% more volume than the last MacBook Air. I will say they don't match up to the 16-inch MacBook Pro's new speakers, but that's totally unfair because nothing really does. Those are incredible. And the new MacBook Air speakers are actually quite nice. They get pretty loud and they sound clear. They're still not as bassy as a bigger laptop, but I'm impressed. Then the final update, which is price, this now starts at $999, which is still an expensive laptop, but that's pretty good, especially when you're competitive with other laptops in this category with the same components, same performance, and a pretty premium design. Plus, it's $100 off if you have the .edu email address that starts at $899 for that. So that's your first look at it. My take is, at the end of the day, barring any weird performance problems or strange glitches that I haven't found, this is setting itself up to be, again, Apple's most popular computer for here on out. And it makes me want to switch my daily computer that I carry most often as a laptop is a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I still hate that keyboard. It's still flat butterfly switches. And I feel like I could easily switch to the MacBook Air. I don't do anything that complex. I don't do video editing on my laptop that much, so this could easily be my daily if I can get used to 2 ports. I think the number one thing I would miss is the extra ports and a little bit of a brighter screen, but generally MacBook Air is pretty good. Either way, this refresh is about what we're looking for the MacBook Air. Good work. Now Apple can get on it with the 13-inch MacBook Pro. That would be nice. Either way, that's been it. Thank you for watching. If you want to see some iPad stuff, leave a comment below. What do you guys think? Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Buchanan. And an astute piece of defending. Well, that's a foul, and it sets up a free kick in a dangerous position.
My name's John Marston. Here, bring 2 men to justice. Bill Williams.
And he takes it on! Well, it was on the target, but the keeper up for the task of saving it. And this might not be the ideal situation for them. A goal! That's exactly what they needed. That should get them believing again. So the game continues, and that goal puts a different complexion on the match for Real. And back now with Petr. Llorente. That's a very impressive piece of defending. Wilfried Zaha.
Backed up on the HG here. So, big top. That's what just happened to the microphone here. Not TikTok.
Well, real difficulty keeping
but
the ball.
2 years ago, we had a thin, wedge-shaped, Intel-powered MacBook Air. Super popular laptop. but that was also the beginning
You
of the
can
Apple
sense the
Silicon
threat is there.
and that transition
Well, the
to
fans really
designing
want
their
him
own
to shoot.
silicon would mean
And
they
there
would
it
need new
is!
levels of
A
optimization and
two-goal cushion
streamlining
now,
as
and they
inevitably
just need
possible
to keep the
by using
concentration.
an off-the-shelf chip from Intel. So first, they
Scoreline
replaced the
we
Intel
see
chip
all that
with
often,
an M1 chip,
5-3.
which shields MacBook Air chips. Now they've redesigned the entire computer around Apple Silicon M2. So theoretically, this is more than just a refresh.
What can they
It's
do
like
to
a
stop
first
them
look
running
at
at them?
what's possible with Apple in
So,
a thin and light form factor now that they've finally designed the
and
silicon
it's
and
still on for
everything
him.
around it.
Was an important
And
piece of
it's also
defending.
deceivingly expensive. But
Not
we'll get
to
to
be
that.
advised,
So
giving the
with
ball
Apple's
away in
most
that
popular
position.
Mac, I
But he
fully
tried in
expect a
vain to
level
get
of
himself
debate
back
where
on
it's going to
side.
fix it.
Well, he
But
needs to
to
show
their credit, they
greater
have
awareness
changed
there
and
and hold
updated
on to the ball a
mostly
fraction
everything
longer.
about this design and for the better. The wedge shape used to taper to appear and feel thinner at the edges, but now the whole thing is flat. It's 11 millimeters all the way across, which is actually thinner overall. And
If
I
you're
really like
wondering
it
about
this way.
stoppage
This is one of
time,
those shapes
1
that you
minute
just
to be added
pick
on.
up and take everywhere. Truly ultra portable.
Felix.
They fit out the bezels around the
Can he get
display,
one
so
back?
that bump it up a
And
bit
that's
to
a very good parry.
13.6 inches back. There's a notch in the top middle.
And there it is, the half-time whistle. So the two teams have switched around, and the second half is underway.
Ridiculous transitions. Okay, what's up? I'm
You're
GBHD here. So let's talk Max with Apple
Real
Silicon.
chance.
Have some
And
fun. So there's
blocked
been
by
a ton of tech events, especially Apple events, in the last couple of months. Lately, today was the final one of 2020, the One More Thing event.
He's given
And
it
this is
away.
where we all were expecting to see the first Mac with Apple Silicon. Kind of right off the
Unable
top,
to
that's
get
actually
himself
kind
back
of
on
niche
side
as
here.
far as like
He was
you might
always
be
going to be
interested in
offside.
that
That was the
specifically,
wrong
but
option.
for me, and maybe it's just the nerd inside me, this was actually the one I was most excited for. Most people would probably pick the iPhone events, but this is one, I don't know, I was just very curious about. I mean, I'm already mostly a Mac user. I edit Final Cut Pro. I've seen the struggles of what Apple's had to deal with working with Intel and the limitations of Intel chips in their laptops and desktops. So I'm trying to figure out what are they actually going to do? How good can the Apple Silicon Mac be versus what we already have? So actually, leading up to the event, I thought, and I talked about this on the Waveform podcast, I thought it would be either a massive jump in efficiency or a massive jump in performance.
And he did well to cut it
Now you
out.
might say, all right, efficiency works because you could have the same laptop with the same form factor and size, the same power, but twice the battery life. Like that would be an amazing benefit.
From this situation.
Or maybe they do performance. Maybe they do the same battery life, same size, same laptop, but it's twice as fast.
Well, opting
I was
for the
curious
short
which one they
corner.
would pick. And then we saw it, and it turns out they did both. So they unveiled the first Apple-made chip for Macs. It's called the M1 chip.
Now, how about the
I
short
figure
corner?
the M stands for Mac, but then again, the Apple Watch has the S6 chip, but the W chip is in the headphones, W1 and W2, and the iPhone has the A14 bionic, so I don't know, maybe M doesn't stand for Mac, but it's the M1 chip here. And this chip is super impressive. Now, of course, asterisk, all we have right now is claims. We don't have an actual M1 chip Mac sitting in front of us, so all we can go by is what they said on stage. Now, this is pretty good about delivering what they say on stage, but just listen to these claims. So they do with a 5-nanometer chip with 8 total cores, 4 high-performance cores, and then 4 high-efficiency cores. So it's kind of similar to what we've seen on iPad and iPhone E-series chips. But it's not just the CPU, it's a bunch of things all put together on the same system on a chip. They're all integrated together. So there's the 8-core CPU we talked about, but there's also an integrated GPU. There's the neural engine, 16-core neural engine, and the RAM is also built in. So it's this tightly integrated SSD where all the pieces talk to each other quickly and efficiently as possible, and where the controllers and processes between them are built inside. So right away, if you think like me, you can already see the upside and the downside. The downside really being the RAM is built in the M1 chip now, so you don't have any more user upgradable RAM at all in any new Mac with an M1 chip. But now, of course, the upside is you don't have a separate CPU and GPU and RAM all asking for power. You have one very tightly integrated chip, which can create those games in, like I was saying, either efficiency or power. And then I got the first graph. So look at this graph. This is a graph of CPU power per watt. So if the MacBook Air was operating at 10 watts, dropping an M1 chip in there, it just got a 2 times faster CPU. Is that what this means? This chart is kind of weird. They didn't really label the axes, and it's kind of arbitrary. There's not really too many useful numbers here. It feels very marketing. And like, what even is the latest PC laptop chip we're talking about here? It doesn't say. So I don't know, but it seems to be suggesting that this new MacBook Air with an M1 chip will be twice as fast as something. And then they kept going with all the rest of the benefits of the GPU, the 16-core purple engine. All this stuff, I guess you could say, got my attention. And then they started unveiling the actual things. Sure enough, first one up is the new MacBook Air, this super thin 13-inch laptop with a new M1 chip. Now, just hold up 1 second. If you recall, the new MacBook Air refresh just happened like 6-7 months ago. I reviewed it, and the consensus was, great little machine. It's no wonder it's the most popular laptop Apple makes. As long as you don't need to do anything too power intensive, it's pretty great. So along comes this new M1 MacBook Air, and immediately their claims are huge. Faster launching apps, buttery smooth animations, instant wake up from sleep. Thanks for that, Greg. 3.5x times faster CPU, 5 times faster graphics performance. The storage stuff is twice as fast thanks to a better controller than M1. They showed it gaming. They showed it editing multiple streams of 4K ProRes video. Wow. MacBook Air. Okay. Sounds like they want the performance rapid. Sounds like they just want straight more power. But then they also got to the battery of this MacBook Pro, which they say will have 15 hours of wireless web browsing and 18 hours of video playback, which is apparently 6 more hours than the last MacBook Air. So they did both. So okay, that's a pretty impressive set of claims for MacBook Air. 13-inch will still start at $999. Maybe it's not the machine for me, but that seems to address a lot of those little, maybe it's not quite powerful enough for extra stuff, and then you just get that, you're good. But then they moved on to the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So again, same design, but basically just replaces the guts inside with the M1 and watch it fly. So 2.8 times faster CPU performance, 5 times faster graphic performance. Again, up to say what they're comparing it to, but those are some massive numbers either way. Then it says 3 times faster than the best-selling Windows laptop in its class. So like what even is the best? What's the best-selling Windows laptop? We all know the best-selling ones aren't the best-performing ones. So what do you? That's not a weird slide. But then again, they got the battery and they dropped 17 hours of web browsing or 20 hours of video playback, which is apparently twice what they were quoting before. Twice the battery in the new MacBook Pro. I'm just imagining like some of the cross-country flights I've been on where you're kind of checking on your battery as the movie plays to make sure you're not draining too fast. 20 hours of video. So they press the battery and they have big performance gains. Pretty big claim. So that will start at $12.99. And they also did refresh the Mac Mini as well, which makes sense because there's no dedicated GPUs in those, integrated GPU as well. So that'll start at $699. So there's 3 new Macs with the M1 chip. So my take is, I am very curious how these huge new performance gain claims will actually translate to real life. And also how that lineup will sort of mesh itself out. I know, again, MacBook Air is the most popular laptop they make for a reason. It's also the cheapest. But also now it seems like it's even more eating into any reason to buy the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's so powerful. They have the same chip. It seems like they'll be roughly equal in terms of performance. But anyway, it's not all sunshine and rainbow. These machines are actually already up on Apple.com. Specs you can buy like right now if you want to check them out. And there's some things to keep an eye on. One is no user upgradable RAM, like I said, on any of these machines. So not only does Apple have insane control over the hardware components talking to each other for perfect optimization, but they also have insane control over how much you will pay for a RAM upgrade. And since you can never upgrade the RAM yourself, You got to provide the RAM for Apple. Then number two,
Hello
there's
and
no new
welcome, and I
webcams
can
on
tell
any
you
of
it
these
was a
laptops.
dry
Really, the
walk to the
hardware is
gantry
mostly
today.
unchanged.
No
With the
rain
air
in
got
sight.
slightly improved
My
display
name is Derek
color,
Ray,
but
positioned
generally,
here on the
when they were
commentary
talking about
gantry,
the
and
M1
sitting
chip
next to me,
giving the
ready to give
laptops
you all
better
the
webcam
analysis,
quality,
is Stuart
they were
Robson.
just talking
And
about the
it's all
M-chip
about whether or
processor,
not they can
not an
nail
actual
down their
1080p
place in the
webcam set.
Champions
They're all
Finals.
still listed
It's
with a
Real
720p webcam.
versus
And
the
then I also
Lions.
noticed
Well, Derek,
only
they're doing
2
everything
Thunderbolt
right at the
USB-C
moment. They look a
ports
really good team,
on
don't
the
they? They
M1
just need to
MacBook
put in
Pro.
another solid
So
display
it goes
today,
then
and
two
they'll be
tiers
through.
of the 13-inch MacBook Pro. One
Splendid
baseline
defending,
version, which
and it
has
needed to
2
be.
Thunderbolt ports, and then the
Kessié
higher spec version, which has 2 on each side, so 4.
on to
The new
Rashford.
one with the M1 chip,
Timely
for some reason,
intervention.
has 2, which is odd. And fun fact, you can actually still buy the Intel MacBook Pro if you want. You can go to Apple's website, go
And
to the new
so the
MacBook
first
Pro,
11
and scroll
for
down.
Real.
The Intel ones are
Marcus
still
Peter
here,
Stegen
and the
starts in
higher end
goal.
one still has
Franck-Yannick Kessié
4
starts
ports. So you get
alongside
the
Marcos
upside
Llorente in
control,
the centre of
and
the
you
park.
get the
And they
downside
line up
control.
with
Apple's
just
just
the one
decided
striker
you only
looking
need
to
2
do a
ports
bit
for
of
that MacBook
damage.
Pro, even though you're the Pro. And really, I believe
And he
most of the
couldn't quite get
biggest
himself
numbers
back
we're
on
seeing as far
side,
as
Stuart.
performance
Well, as a
improvements will
player,
come
they
from
need to be
the
able to change
best,
your
most
mind. But he
well-optimized
wasn't able
apps
to,
and the ones
and
that
that's a
Apple
poor
makes.
pass.
Kind of reminds me of game consoles, actually. So there
Can
is
they get
still
themselves
broad
in front here?
compatibility
And a
because old apps
goal!
all still
Not
work. You
wasting
can
much
actually
time
also now
today.
use
They
Mac
strike
apps
first.
and iPad and iPhone
Well,
apps, all
Lions
with
get
Mac
things
OS Big Sur. But
restarted.
the biggest
Swift
performance
reply
improvements, those
required
2,
after
3,
this
4, 5
setback.
x improvements will come from apps
Routine,
that
really.
are actually really well optimized, and that's going to take time for developers to work in.
Tejon
So it's
Buchanan.
not going to be instant.
Oh, good
It'll be
vision.
developing over
He
time.
just needs to
But
stay
you'll see stuff
level-headed
like,
now.
the Adobe Suite's going to be
Oh,
working on
goal!
stuff in the
Staring him
coming
in the
months, and
face.
there's a new
But he
version
couldn't
of
avail
Photoshop
himself of the
that'll be
opportunity,
early next
Stuart.
year.
Well, he
But I'm
should do
feeling, so I
better
think
there.
the most
Everything
important
was
quote
good
of this
until the
event was
finish.
near the end, when they said, the 13 MacBook Pro is the ultimate expression of what the M1 chip
But
can
he
do.
tried in vain to get
Which,
himself back on
yeah, I
side.
believe
Well, he
that. That
needs
makes
to
a lot
show
of sense.
greater
We're
awareness there
looking
and
forward to
hold on
what
to
they
the
could
ball a
do with a
fraction
much
longer.
bigger body thermal envelope Apple silicon.
Being
And they're
outdone by
promising
the
huge
crowd.
performance,
Oh, big
literally
opportunity.
insane sounding
It's
better,
gone
like
in!
the
And
other
well, he
M1
might
chip.
celebrate on the
Great.
back of
But,
that.
what I'm most excited for?
So underway again.
I am most
2-0
excited
advantage here.
for the rest of the
And there
lineup.
the attack
The
ends for now.
desktops. Because see, with the laptops and the Mac Mini, you still are optimizing for a lower wattage and a smaller thermal envelope. And you still need
Good
those high
interception.
efficiency cores to kick in at the right times to actually achieve
Real
that
might
amazing
press it on
battery
the
life
back.
and energy efficiency. But in the desktop,
And there
like when they
it is!
eventually get
Another
to
goal!
iMac
And
and
surely
iMac
there's
Pro
no
and
way
Mac
back from
Pro
this now.
eventually, and the M2, whatever they
Up
call
and they
it,
go again. And
that chip
Real very much in
doesn't have to
control.
have so many efficiency cores,
Well, the
right?
referee
That
not
chip
too
doesn't
happy
have
with
to
the
have the
challenge and
RAM built
calls for a
in,
free
I
kick.
hope. I don't
And
think
a yellow
so.
card it's going
So
to
really
be,
what they could
Stuart.
just
Yeah, the ref's
optimize
got that
for is
right. It's a yellow
power,
card all
power,
day long.
power. And so for
Well,
me, as
shocking
someone who's
pass,
been
really.
very impressed with the Mac Pro's performance throughout this whole year, I cannot wait to see what types of numbers you would get just optimizing for power. And the whole rest of that lineup could be sick. It's going to take some time. It's going to be a
And coolly
process. I'm not
done
going to see it
despite
right away.
mounting
But when we
pressure.
do, that could be sick. All you do is cross my fingers that Apple doesn't
Corner.
take the control thing
Well, a bad pass
too
it was.
far. Like I said, they didn't have to build in the RAM, but it made sense for the laptops. And I kind of wonder what they're going to do with the rest of the lineup and other chips. But that's what we know so far. I definitely got to get my
And
hands
back
on
now
these
with Petr
laptops
Cech.
and figure out
Oh, he's
how
ready
well
from
the
the back
numbers
here.
translate to real life. But there you go. For all people who are asking me, hey, should I get a new MacBook this
Superbly
year?
read and
Thinking about a new
executed.
laptop? I told you to wait. I told you there was new
Ibrahimovic.
MacBooks coming. Now they're here. You can literally get them like by the time you see this video. You're welcome. But definitely stay tuned for the reviews, and we'll see how good they actually are.
Failure to keep the ball
So
in the
anyway,
part of
that's my
Real.
thoughts. That's been it. Thanks for watching.
Llorente.
Catch you guys very soon.
Another goal!
Yeah, next one.
The lead
Peace.
grows to 4 now. A rampant display. And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. And with that, the attack fizzles out.
It will be the hardest third weekend. Since I like to
Behind for him to chase.
around
And that is defending of the highest order.
it's closer to the beach station, but it doesn't. It gets easier.
The supporters want to see him have a go. And the keeper flings himself at the ball. Short corner favours.
If you miss a line in the game, it's success. You miss it on the track. You
Rashford.
could not.
In it goes! But it will not stand. Offside, Stuart.
Well, it looked close, didn't it? He certainly thought so. He's making that clear to the linesman there.
Alright, what's up? PhD here.
And very deftly
Today
cut out.
was a pretty exciting day. Today was Apple's October event. And really, I'm just going to call it their Mac program. Now, of course, I'm going to try to stay neutral and measured about all this stuff. I'm not about to just jump right in and say, hey, this is the greatest laptop ever made, because it's very expensive. Clearly, it's not for everybody. But for me, as a Final Cut editor, this was a laptop that I was waiting for the most. This is the one that